not good for Virgo in your phase. Your planets are in a bad position. Mercury is in retrograde motion in the sign of Sagittarius. You must get your finances in order. I cannot see any more now. I am sorry. It is finished for today. What are you doing? The crystal. Put it down.
Welcome to Whodunnit. Now, this week it will pay you to know your stars. Now, some people don't know their Pisces and their Sagittariuses. But the lady that we have just seen certainly knew her stuff. She saw stars right to the end. Now, I've been looking at the horoscopes of our 4 panelists this week. First, a Leo, proud and generous. But it also says this is not a good time to be trusting or lending money. Reginald Bosanquet. And now to a Scorpio, subtle, strong and true, and also good at do-it-yourself, apparently. Live bird, Nerys Hughes. And next, a Capricorn, sensible and down to earth, a no-nonsense person. Who else could that be but Liza Goddard? And last, it had to be a Virgo, a conscientious, critical, truthful, and hardly ever wrong. Would you believe Patrick Mower? Now, it also says that Virgos are attracted to Capricorns, so watch out, Lisa. All right, now it's time to go back to the story. Madame Maria Ortega, a world-famous astrologer and fortune teller, has been murdered and robbed. Now, that's what it looks like. But you never can tell, can you?
You say she always wore all her jewellery?
See.
How valuable was it?
It was worth a fortune. About £50,000 more, even. I told her not to flaunt her wealth. She also had a lot of money in this drawer here. I don't know where it came from, but it's gone now.
Apart from robbery, why would anyone want to kill her?
Because she had power and wealth and knew everything about a lot of people. And power and knowledge frighten people sometimes.
Well, they just ran out of money. I understand you look after the business side of things.
See?
And you also keep your appointments booked?
Yes, I have all the bookings for today.
Oh, no. We've contacted all those on today's page. They're all here, except one.
Excuse me, Inspector. My name...
I know your name, sir. You're Sir Adrian Boyd. Very important on the stock market. You drive a light green Rolls-Royce, and you're here at 9:30 this morning.
How do you know all that?
Let's just say I'm a psychic cop, sir.
I'm terribly sorry I'm late. I got a message from the police to come here at once, but I got lost. I must have taken the wrong turning or something. I've heard the news about Madame Ortega. I'm very sorry.
Thank you for coming, Mr. Adler. I don't know why you should have got lost. You've been coming here for over a year, and you were last here at 10:30 this morning.
Yes. A year? Is it that long? I was here at 10:30, yes, that's true.
I know you know, Inspector, but for your sergeant here, my name is Rose Coleman.
Ah, yes. You're the gossip writer on the Daily World. You wrote those horrible things about me being, as you put it, shacked up with a Chinese takeaway.
It doesn't really matter who you were shacked up with, miss. You must be Joanna Tibbet, the very famous model. And you were here at 11:30 this morning.
That's right.
Rose Coleman, you
Oh,
were
yes,
here...
I know, Inspector. I was here at 10 o'clock. But that doesn't mean to say I killed her now, does it? Or that anyone else here did.
Very true. Except at 9:15 this morning, Madame Ortega telephoned me and told me she was in danger from somebody. She refused police protection. As it happens, I had an appointment here myself this morning. And as all of you are the only ones who had consultations here today, it follows that you are the prime suspects.
Well, she was very much alive when I left her at 12 o'clock.
Your name is Inspector Mitchell, isn't it?
That's right. Try and change the subject, Miss Coleman.
No. Arthur Mitchell. Yes, now I remember. Didn't Madame Ortega often used to help you solve cases with the aid of her crystal ball?
You have a good memory, Miss Coleman. And since you have such a good memory, perhaps you tell me exactly what happened at your appointment this morning.
Why, of course, Inspector. I arrived just before 10 o'clock. Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Coleman. Madame Ortega will not be long. She's still with a client. You may go in when the light goes out.
Oh, fine. Do you mind if I use the phone to call my office?
I'm afraid that is not possible. That phone is for incoming calls only, and I myself need to use my other phone in there. I'm so sorry.
Oh, well. Sir Adrian Boyd, 9:30. Me, 10 o'clock. Alex Adler, 10:30. Well, well. Arthur Mitchell, 11 o'clock. Joanna Tibbet, 11:30. 12 noon. Scratched. Oh. 10 o'clock. Prompt. Good morning, Madame Ortega. Refusing my hand was odd because Madame Ortega always encouraged physical contact with her clients. She said it helped her with her vibrations. And I noticed, too, she was very nervous. She kept playing with all her rings.
Is that all, Miss Coleman?
Yeah. And then I left for an editorial meeting at 11 o'clock.
So-
Why? Are you interested in my future, Inspector?
Possibly. Sergeant.
Well, I'm not. But I am interested in what really happened in that room. Let me show you something, Inspector.
We've got a right little Sherlock Holmes here. You trying to lead me astray, Mr. Adler?
Of course not. Come over here, Inspector. It leads to the back door. Now, you know that I'm a photographer. Well, Madame Ortega asked me to develop some rather special photographs. I brought them here today.
These are of Miss Coleman, aren't they?
They most certainly are.
Very imaginative. Are you in a blackmail plot, Mr. Adler?
No. I was just doing Madame Ortega a favor and getting them developed. Anyway, that accusation is most unfair when I'm only trying to help you.
In what way? I'm interested in murder, not photographs.
Don't you see? Someone could have hidden behind the drape in this alcove instead of actually leaving. See, there's no lock on the outside. Someone could have closed the door, pretending to go out, and in fact hidden in here.
So?
So, I put the photographs in that cabinet at Maria's request at 10:45 this morning. And when I left, I noticed the drape was pulled back, and there was nobody hiding in there then.
Very interesting. Supposing your murderer was hiding somewhere else. Like the room through that hatch there. You could have climbed through that hatch, Mr. Adler.
Well, I didn't know that hatch ever existed.
Well done, Mr. Adler. That's exactly what I thought you'd say.
Welcome back. Detective Inspector Arthur Mitchell is holding an investigation in the salon of the famous astrologer Madame Maria Ortega, who has been found murdered and robbed. Now, what is more, she saw in her crystal ball that it was going to happen. Unfortunately, it wasn't clear enough to be able to identify her murderer. A bit fogged up, maybe. Now, don't forget that even though stars don't lie, the guilty party or parties nearly always does. So don't believe everything that you see or you hear.
Help, Inspector.
I just want the truth, that's all. Where's Miss Coleman? Looking for some incriminating photographs, Miss Coleman?
So you were being blackmailed by my sister. That's what that money was.
I don't know what you're talking about. Working on newspapers just makes you nosy, that's all. I was just looking around.
I see.
Inspector, I was wondering, what's that hatch for?
It is so that I can hear my sister's consultations. I take notes.
Oh, charming, very discreet. And what happens if the phone rings?
I have already explained to the inspector. The phone does not ring. It lights up.
And it's connected to this system in here.
See.
What should I be looking at now?
I suppose you should be looking at the person who saw Madame Ortega last.
Blimey, more detectives.
Well, there's no need to look at me. She was perfectly all right when I saw her at 11:30.
You may go in now.
Thank you.
Oh, wait a moment, Miss Tibet.
What is it?
Don't forget your handbag. You will be going out the other way, as usual.
Oh, yes, of course. Silly me. The sitting went quite normally until 12 o'clock when Madame Ortega became very tired. So I went out to my minicab where my driver was waiting.
Which minicab service do you use?
Ajax.
Sergeant. Sir. What time do you leave the consulting room?
At 12 o'clock exactly.
It's very precise, Miss Tippett. You live up to your Virgo sign very well. Virgos are very precise, I believe. Now, Madame Ortega, what time did you discover the crime?
At the 1:15 after I returned from lunch. Venus is at its strongest power at that time.
Yes, it would be.
I had left with Miss Tibet at 10 minutes past 12. She very kindly gave me a lift in her taxi.
Miss Tippett, you told me you left at 12 o'clock exactly.
That's right, Inspector, I did. But I forgot my photo case. So I infuriated my taxi driver by asking him to turn around and come back. He said some obscure things about blonde birds having brains in their blouses.
Miss Tippett, what time did you get back here?
Well, it must have been about 8 or 9 minutes later.
Oh, Miss Titbit.
Tibbet. I'm sorry to bother you, but I think I've left my publicity photos here.
I thought you were still with Maria. Yes, I have your things.
Thank you.
Miss Tibet, have you still your taxi?
My taxi? Yes, I do.
And are you going anywhere near Felico's restaurant?
Not if I can help it. Dreadful place.
I am having luncheon with someone there.
If you want, Chippy Tummy, I'll drop you off.
I am ready to go now. I will just lock the door.
And I trust that explains why I came back, Inspector.
But a moment, Miss Tibbett. Now, Sir Adrian, you were booked in for 12, yet you came earlier. Why?
Yes, I did. I can't remember exactly when.
Perhaps I can answer that question, Inspector. Don't you remember, Sir Adrian? You rang me to have your appointment changed from 12 o'clock to 9:30 Because you already had an appointment at the stock exchange at 12:30.
Sergeant, last one.
Sir. You're a jealous, evil woman. You always hated your sister. You wanted the power and the glory for yourself. I'd say you're damn pleased she's dead, so you can now take over.
Caramba! I was never good enough to take over from my sister. Her death finishes the consultancy. I have nothing to gain.
Sir Adrian, do you deny making that call?
No, of course not. I was a desperate man. By this morning, I knew the market would drop, and that with a further drop later in the day, I'd be finished. I had to see Maria, I mean Madame Ortega, to see if she could guide me, as she had done many times before.
Guide you?
It is not unusual for a professional man to seek astrological advice.
Good advice?
My firm, Boyd International, will cease to exist in the next few days.
Oh, not good advice.
She'd never been wrong before. I trusted her implicitly, and she failed me.
It says Boyd International on this pen. Is it yours?
It seems so. Oh, yes, of course. I remember now. I wrote something down in here. I must have left the pen on that desk.
Can you tell me why, if you left the pen on that desk, it managed to walk into the consulting room and lie down next to the dead body?
They're pretty good pens, but I mean, that's ridiculous.
I may have picked it up by mistake. I used a pen like that sometime this morning.
I see. So the facts are that Madame Ortega was killed after 12:15 and before 1 o'clock.
I think it was nearer 12 o'clock. The consultation light went out, and only 20 seconds later came on again. I, of course, presumed that Miss Tibet was still in there. That was shortly before you rang me, Inspector. Hello.
Madame Ortega?
Mercedes here.
Detective Inspector Mitchell here. Sorry about the noise. I'm telephoning from my car. I'm about half an hour's drive away. I just wanted to check your sister Maria is all right. Any chance of speaking to her?
I am sorry, Inspector Mitchell. She is still in consultation.
Well, I'll be at the station about 20 minutes if you need me.
And then, of course, Miss Tibet arrived a few moments later. As to the time, when did you ring me, Inspector?
Well, let me see. It was 3 minutes past 12.
There you are, sir.
Thank you, Sergeant. Now, Sir Adrian, a little check on the alibis. You said you had to be at the stock exchange at 12:30. Yet you didn't turn up. Why not?
I was too upset by my recent losses to go.
Where did you go?
I know it sounds stupid, but I went and sat in the park until I went back to the office at 2 o'clock. I got your call and came on here.
Pity for you. Miss Coleman, apparently your meeting at 11 o'clock was cancelled. And you were not seen entering the building until 1:30. Where were you?
Oh, well, if you must know, Inspector, I went shopping.
More pity. Mr. Adler, your company confirms that you were back at your studio at 12 o'clock.
That's right.
Clever. Miss Tibbet, the minicab driver's records show that you got back into his cab at 1 minute past 12.
Yes, Inspector. But where does all this information get you?
Into court, Miss Tibbet, with all the facts.
So there you have it. A dead astrologer, missing jewelry, blackmail, a suspicious-looking sister, and a lethal crystal ball. By the way, do you know what they call a clash between Orion, Venus, and Jupiter? Wait for it. Star Wars. Yeah, well, that was a close encounter of a bad joke. All right. Now, panel, what would you like to see played for you again? Patrick, yes.
Yes. Yes, I'd like to see the bit where the lady, the pretty girl in the red tights, the one who keeps forgetting things. She keeps forgetting a handbag and forgetting a briefcase, a portfolio, and having said all that, I've forgotten her name. What is it? Tibbet.
Miss Tibbet.
Miss Tibbet,
yes.
Comes back in...
To collect our portfolio?
Yes.
Yes, right, so you shall. Yes, Lisa.
I'd like to see the bit, please, where Mercedes is explaining about the phones to Rose Coleman, please.
I see. Sí. Muchas gracias. Yes, Nerys, what would you like to see again?
I'd like, if possible, to see the bit just before the murder. I'd quite like not to hear that crunching sound.
You can't have one without the other.
That was me.
Right? Reggie, what would you like to see?
I'd like to see the alcove where he's asked to draw the curtain back, please.
Right, the detective. The alcove. Good. Well, while we're finding those clips, the suspects are here, so let's get on with the questions. Patrick.
Yes, I'd like to ask, what was it? Mercedes? Mercedes, a question, please. I'm a bit worried about this fortune-telling parlour of yours. You've got red lights going on off and the clients are coming in and out, and it sounds a bit dubious. I'd really like to ask you, actually, do you understand what Puerto Rico corta hierbas means?
I understand, but I would not say.
So I tell you what it means.
What?
No, but Puerto Rico is I was checking on the Spanish. Puerto Rico is Spanish for Patrick, and corte is cut, and hierbas is grass. It's Patrick Grasscut is my name in Spanish, that's all.
Come on, start Cortez on the peak of Darien.
Can I ask a proper
I've never heard a load of rubbish. No, you cannot ask anything else. You'll keep quiet.
Have you learned anything?
And the Cortez is Spanish Parliament, anyway.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Now, we don't want any personal discussions here. We're playing a game. Lisa.
Mr. Adler, you developed the photos for Maria, didn't you? Did you actually take them for her as well?
Yes.
Oh, you did. Did you take them through the alcove? No, no. No, what were the photos of? Who were they? Were they of Miss Coleman with whom? That's what I wanted to ask.
I don't think that really matters. I mean, a friend.
You know who it is?
Yes.
Anybody here?
No.
Oh, right. Okay, fine, thank you.
Yes, she got about a bit. Nerys.
Yes, Joanna Tibbet, when Mercedes asked you, do you still have a taxi, you seemed surprised at first. Why were you so surprised?
Well, I forget most things. I just didn't know that I'd got a taxi out there waiting.
I see.
Yes, Reggie.
I'd like to talk to Inspector Mitchell, please.
Yes, please do.
Inspector, do you believe that people in public life or public service should tell the truth?
Certainly.
I'm thinking particularly of something I read in the front page of the Times on Saturday, today, April, I think, 29th, where there's an allegation that politicians and possibly lawyers did not speak truth. You would regard that as something totally wrong, would you?
Of course.
Right.
Thank you. Yes, Patrick.
Detective...
May I please ask my final question?
Yes, certainly.
Did you or did you not kill the lady in question? Mind answering yes or no?
I think that's outrageous.
It's not. Only the murderer is allowed to lie. Therefore, if you did, you must answer.
Well, if he says yes and he says no, you don't know whether he's telling the truth. If he's
No, I don't.
He's quite clearly said he thinks that the question is outrageous, and I agree with him. Thank you very much indeed, Inspector. Yes, Patrick.
Can I ask Detective Sergeant Witter, please? At 12 o'clock on the day in question, where were you?
I was in court, sir.
You weren't in the car with your boss?
At 12 o'clock, sir? No.
Has your governor got a telephone in his car?
Yes, sir.
It's a police car?
Yes, sir.
I see. Thank you.
Yes, Lisa.
Miss Coleman, you said that when you looked up in the book, you went, Alex Adler, aha. So you know him, do you?
I went, well, I didn't actually go, aha, I don't think.
Probably looking up Larry Adler.
No, because he plays the...
Ah, there, we're ready now for the first replay. This is yours, Nerys. You've asked for the moments leading up to the permanent departure of Madame Maria Ortega. Yes. Her last words, in fact, though no doubt she'll be contacting us again from beyond.
I thought you had gone. What are you doing? The crystal. Put it down.
Oh, you did show it, didn't you?
I'm so sorry. I said we can't have one without the other.
That's quite right, yes.
Do you wish to ask any questions?
Yes, it's only pretend.
Wasn't real.
No, I can't really ask any questions because she's gone.
Yes, she has. Well,
Yes.
you needn't ask. I mean, there are other ladies and gentlemen who could ask.
Oh,
questions.
yes, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes. Mercedes, you said that just after 12, the light went out and then it went on 20 seconds later. Do you think it's possible that somebody could have reached out through the hatch and sort of dealt with it that way?
The long arm of the
Not
law.
unless they had very long arms. The arms would have to be the length of several octopuses.
Oh, you don't think it's possible?
Not so possible.
Yes, Patrick.
Sir Adrian, if I may, what time did you phone up and change your appointment?
It was very near to 9:30 in the morning.
In the morning.
I had tried to get through and I had failed because obviously no one had arrived in the...
Yes. Why? Can you tell us why did you change your appointment?
Because I had this appointment at 12 o'clock. 12:30.
Why did you change it?
There, we're ready for the next replay. The next replay is for you, Lisa. You wanted to see Mercedes explaining how the phones work to Miss Coleman. Well, I have to warn you that Spanish astrologists are not renowned on telecommunications.
I use the phone to call my office.
I'm afraid that is not possible. That phone is for incoming calls only, and I myself need to use my other phone in there. I'm so sorry.
Yes or no?
Oh, yes, Miss Mercedes. Why, you have two phones on the desk in the front there, right? Are they both for incoming calls only, and are they the same line?
It is not that they will not take the outgoing calls, but I choose to leave them free for clients so that they may always ring in. And I put my outgoing calls from the other room.
I see. Are they two separate lines?
But connected.
But connected, yes.
Sorry, Patrick. The phone can ring. The phone can ring.
Excuse me, Patrick. Have you finished, Lisa?
Do carry on, yes.
No. Do you carry on? You were in the chair. Carry on, Lisa.
I just... really might as well let poor Patrick go on.
No,
Poor
as I say,
Patrick,
the phone can ring if you're not using the other line. It can actually make a noise.
I believe so. I would imagine so. It rings. I hear it ring.
Yes.
It lights up in the other room. It does not ring.
It lights up, but we heard it ring, you see, in your flashback. That's what you were after.
We heard it ring at the reception. It rings.
Yes, Nerys. You look puzzled, but look...
No. I was trying to take it all in, really.
You've got it all in.
Well, yes, I'm very puzzled. Joanna, I know you're thick, you've already told me, but when Madame Ortega suddenly got tired and you left, we heard the click of a door, didn't we? Now, when you closed it and went out, did anyone see you go out? Because you obviously went out the back way. Did anyone see you? Was there a witness?
No.
Thanks.
Reggie? Oh, here we go. This is for you, Reggie. You have requested a section where Alex Adler shows the inspector some interesting things round by the back door. And we're not going to show you the photos again. It comes a bit later on.
Someone could have hidden behind the drape in this alcove instead of actually leaving. See, there's no lock on the outside. Someone could have closed the door, pretending to go out, and in fact hidden in here.
Yes, Reggie.
May I talk to Sergeant Wetter? Sergeant Wetter, only the murderer can lie, right?
Yes, sir.
Is Inspector Mitchell an honest or dishonest man?
Speak up, Sergeant, speak up.
I mean, answer yes or no. I keep asking these very simplistic questions.
Mr. Bosanquet,
Very naive man.
I've only known the inspector for 3 weeks, sir, and I found him most honest, yes.
Thank you very much. Hello. Over to you.
Hello. Thank you very much indeed. Yes, Patrick.
Yes, I'd like to ask the inspector himself, how far away is the station from this fortune-telling place?
About 20 minutes.
About 20 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, Lisa?
I have a question for the detective inspector as well. When Maria rang you and said she was in danger, why did she refuse your protection, or police protection?
I don't know. It was a personal matter between her and myself. She said she didn't need protection, and as I had an appointment there, I thought that I could cover it for that morning.
Yes, you'd sort it out when you got there. Right.
Here we go again. This is yours, Patrick. Now then, you asked for Joanna Tippett. Yes, a lot of people have been asking her. When she comes back to pick up her photographic portfolio at 12:09.
Oh, Miss Tibbet. Tibbet. I'm sorry to bother you, but I think I've left my publicity photos here.
I thought you were still with Maria. Yes, I have your things.
Thank you.
Mr. Tibet.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So the light was on. She'd left the room, and the woman obviously switched it off, and then she put it back on when somebody else came in. Now, it's a bit of a coincidence, isn't it, that you actually, when you were reminded, the taxi driver, what did the taxi driver say about you?
He didn't say it about me, but he just generalised that blonde birds had brains in their blouses, I think he said.
Ah.
Couldn't have been me.
Well, you... can we have a look at the evidence? What I'm trying to get at is the fact that you left your bag and then you went in. It was very strange that you happened to leave your portfolio as well, wasn't it?
Silly, wasn't it?
Yes, but it's a good alibi, though, isn't it? To actually have to come back round in the other room when at 12 minutes past 1, just about when the murder was taking place, or had taken place.
Ish.
Could be a good alibi, couldn't it?
Mm. Lisa.
Yes, Mercedes. Are you sure you couldn't take over from your sister? You took down all the transcriptions of the clients through the hat, didn't you? I mean, you obviously...
I'm not very good with the ball.
Oh, no.
I'm good with cards.
Well, you could
but
still
she
take...
had the clairvoyance.
But you didn't know about the blackmail? You didn't know about her blackmail?
I wondered sometimes where the money was coming from.
Yes, yes. I think you possibly knew. And how would anybody else other than you know that she kept the money in the drawer?
No.
No.
Nerys?
Yes. Did you, Alex, know Joanna before? I mean, had you met other than in this room?
No, never seen her before.
You'd never met before?
Only in pictures.
Ah. In the pictures? You mean
which I'd taken.
Oh, you took pictures
No,
of
I
her?
hadn't taken any of Joanna, no. I'd only seen her in papers, magazines, but never taken any photos.
She's a very, very famous model.
And also, you said that, I think you said anyway, that you put your photographs at 10:45 in the chest of drawers.
Yes.
How do you know such a specific time?
Because I had to get back to an appointment in the studio. So I looked at my watch.
Aha! I'm sorry, but time is up. There is time for no more questions.
Oh, no.
I must ask you now to write down who you think done it and any clues that you might have. And while they're doing that, I'll give you, the viewers at home, one more chance to spot a major clue. I've had a few letters about this, so let me reassure you that nobody here in the studio will see this. It's only intended as a final pointer to help you, the viewer, make up your mind before the panel do, right?
I'm very tired. So I went out to my minicab where my driver was waiting.
Which minicab service do you use?
Ajax.
Sergeant. Sir. What time do you leave the consulting room?
At 12 o'clock exactly.
It's very precise, Miss Tippett. You live up to your Virgo sign very well. Virgos are very precise, I believe.
Well, did you get it? That was your last chance. Reginald, may I have your card, please?
Do I read it out?
No, you don't. No, you don't. May I have your card, Nerys? Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you, madam. Patrick? Yes, thank you very much.
You did say the stars don't lie. I'm glad I
Nobody can change their minds. I now have their cards, and here we go. We are now going to ask who did it and why. Patrick.
I'm sorry to say, man in blue, it was the psychic inspector. He's the only one that could hide behind the curtain. He hid behind the curtain because of the time sequence. The lovely model went out and he was waiting there. He came out and clunked her on the head because the woman would have had to press the button, switch it on and switch it off again. And 20 minutes later, he phoned up from outside in a phone booth, not from his car, and said, I'll be at the station in 20 minutes' time. I've got a few more clues, actually.
Oh. Perspicacious Patrick, they call him, yes. Lisa.
Well, I think it's the inspector as well. I've got a better clue than you.
Oh.
Yes. He did. I know it was her. She went out because she was referring to the Virgo thing and everything. She went out. He then clonked her over the head. He then climbed through the hatch.
I'm a Virgo, be careful.
Oh, sorry. He climbed through the hatch and he rang Mercedes in the reception from the office because you heard it ding before and after. It rang.
Yes.
So he rang from the office and all that because he rang at 3 minutes past 12.
One thing. What was that Virgo thing you were saying? what did you say then?
I just thought, well, that proved that it was her, that she went out. Joanna Tippett... Oh, it's getting very confusing. Joanna Tippett went out and he was hiding behind the curtain.
Yes.
And then he clonked her on the head. So Joanna was all right, you see.
I see, yes. Thank you very much. And Nerys.
Well, I thought it was the inspector, but I couldn't think of a motive. But anyway, what I think it is, I think Adler and Joanna did it together. And I think what happened was that he waited at the back, behind the curtains, and Joanna went out, and he came and clonked her. And then Then, oh, I've kind of gone a bit wrong here, haven't I?
Nerys, never say die. You never know. You might not have gone wrong at all.
I think, you see, what I think is...
I don't
that
think you need bother to think anymore.
You were blackmailing in the blackmail with Maria.
Nerys, thank you, Nerys. Thank you very much indeed. Very nice. We enjoyed that. Reggie, Whodunnit?
They've all been reading my card. That's the first thing I would like to establish, please.
Yes.
Get them under the Trade Descriptions Act or something. It was the inspector, no doubt about it. Absolutely.
Why?
Totally clear. He was after publicity and promotion, and he was to interrogation what Lady Spencer Churchill was to art.
Thank you very much indeed.
My brother was a guilty man.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Well, that is what they thought. We will now see who is right. And you never can tell, Nerys, can you? Will the real Whodunnit stand up, please? Well, that gave you a rude shock, didn't it?
It did.
Well, there you are. Now, this is what really happened. Inspector Mitchell visited Madame Ortega at 11 o'clock. He pretended to leave and he hid behind the drapes until after Miss Tibbet had left at 12 o'clock. He came out, he killed Madame Ortega, switched the consulting room lights on again, went through the hatch into the next room and telephoned Mercedes. Did you spot the tinkle on Mercedes' other phone, indicating that it was an internal call? Now, he used a tape recorder to simulate car interference. Now, he couldn't have been in a police car. He couldn't have been a police car phone because you can't have overlapping conversations from a radio phone. Now, he gave himself away by saying that Miss Tibbet was a Virgo, something that he could only have overheard from behind the drapes. Now, he also showed a hidden hatch to Adler, which was something that he should not have known about. And Alex Adler was in the alcove at 10:45. He automatically gave Sir Adrian and Rose Coleman an alibi because their sittings were earlier. Joanna Tibbet and Alex Adler had perfect alibis, and Mercedes, of course, had no motive at all. The motive was blackmail, but we cheated a little bit because if we revealed that the inspector was being blackmailed, you'd have guessed it was him right away, wouldn't you? Right, well, next week, someone loses too much gambling at the Monte Carlo casino and decides on murder to steal some of the very expensive coloured counters, which is why it's called Adieu, Mr. Chips. So it's good night from our panel and our cast. And in case anyone's curious, I'm Cancer, the crab. Now, it says here, for me, very changeful ways, very sympathetic nature. Your mate is going to overwhelm you by going to exceptional lengths to make life good for you. In that case, I'll be home in a couple of minutes, darling. Good night.